Hello. Sorry we're a little bit late. I am Keyoka, the Awkward Black Nomad, and if you don't know, I have a book club, the Read and Wander Book Club, where we choose a new book every month to read. Today I am joined by my lovely co-host,
Yvonne
Yvonne.
McBride. Yvonne McBride, Lit Life. Hello.
And we are talking about Chaotic Energy by Stephanie Yeboah. This month's read. So I have to apologize. I didn't when I chose this book, I did not realize that it hadn't been released in the US yet, child. And I listened to the audiobook version. And I don't know if that is the best medium to
I agree. I do not think so. It was a struggle, especially for like something that's written. You're supposed to read it as like social media narration. It wasn't great.
Yeah, because it just seems a little I think like a text exchange I feel like shouldn't be read. It should be or it shouldn't be
It shouldn't be listened to.
Shouldn't be listened to.
Yeah. Because it was repetitive. I think I would have enjoyed it more if I was reading it.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah.
Okay, so initial
well, we're not gonna say that, but the person who was narrating.
So I wasn't a fan. I wasn't a fan because I think the issue is like the main character is supposed to be from South London, and that accent that she has don't sound South London to me. And obviously I'm not an expert, but I'm saying that like that voice was so annoying sometimes. Like she'd be like, babe, we're going to I love that, babe. And it's just so I was like, ew, I think it's a Manchester accent. If anybody knows.
And then when she had to read the male parts, it's just like how when you send in your film for screen for acting, right? They say you shouldn't read both parts. And I was like, well, if you don't have any partner, but this made me realize why you shouldn't do that. So yeah, that's it.
I would, and I think also because it's a romance book, I need a man's voice. You.
Yes, because she kept trying to do it. She kept trying to deepen her voice and then do the American accent. Baby, no.
The American
no. They needed two. If you're going to do that, they needed two people to read.
They needed two people, and also like not all American accents are Southern. Like she kept giving this boy kind of like a twang, and it was like I think he was.
She was trying to do the. She was trying to do the Oakland, Sanford, like the hella. Every time she said hella, I wanted to scream, like, stop.
I was like, please stop. Please spare us. Okay, just read the story. At this point, just read.
Yes. Yes, we are telling you, do not try to intake this book or digest this book via Audible.
Yes, right. The point is, wait until, if you have not read this book, wait until they release it in the US. And Lisa said, I guess I'm the only one who wasn't bothered by the voice. I was bothered. If you have not read this book yet, wait until it's released in the US and get yourself a physical copy. I enjoyed this book, but I think I would have enjoyed it more if I had a physical copy.
Yes.
Okay, so overall thoughts.
Okay, so
don't do this to me. Don't do this to me.
So everyone, if you've been following us, if you one of our members, you already know rom-com books are not my steam, right? So it was cute.
If they are, she likes a Zane.
No.
She likes a
no. So mad at you. No. Okay. I don't even like romantic comedy movies. So it was a rom-com book, right? It was and that's how you read it, like it could be, one of these movies where there's some type of romance, because it's not even a romance per se. But you have this like you know, narration of girl or boy trying to get other girl or boy, and then something happens, and then they create situations. You create situations that become the barrier to this love life, and then at the end you get the person, right? So in that, I thought it was a cute premise. Um, it was definitely made for written by a millennial for millennials. Uh, yeah, that's what I'm gonna say to start off.
So I felt seen.
Oh,
I I
okay.
enjoyed this. This because it was so fun to read. And even though I didn't agree with a lot of the choices of the protagonist, I just enjoyed it. Like it just felt like a kiki. It felt like like on the phone with my homegirl and I'm like, "Girl, you did what?" Girl, huh? Girl, who? Like it just felt like you said, it felt like a very millennial book. And also I think the premise of it, so like, you know, I've been delusional over a man that I online. Like I think we've all had, I don't know, millennials in the chat. If there's any millennials in the chat, okay. Have you been delusional over a man that you've met online? I don't know.
So Delulu, as in how far? Because that, in when in the group, I said we're going to break down her Delulu love life. I I'm Generation X. I don't get down to the DMs. So my first question is: does this happen? Like, do people develop full blown relationships and you chat in your DMs? I have never.
Well, she had, I don't remember the number, but she had a solid platform. Like she had a lot of followers on Instagram. So I don't know. My Instagram is not that lit. Hi Pumpkin Official. Lisa said, I enjoyed it too. Tim's made a lot of stupid mistakes. I think many people make mistakes. It was just not caught on social media. Fair. Because another thing, like millennials, we don't really put all our business out on Front Street. So this was almost like the close friends version of our friend's hot mess relationship, which I appreciated. But I don't, I actually, it'd be interesting to know, like for people who have much larger platforms,
Like for influencers for real, yeah.
like the influencers like that have like I don't know like 100K, 20K, 30K of followers on Instagram or like on I think TikTok is one of those things. So it's like, do y'all really engage with people seriously on social media like that? Like if somebody slid into your DMs, are you putting real energy into that, or is that just kind of like, oh, somebody liked me? You know what I mean? Like, because sometimes
Yeah.
it's like
Oh,
fake.
so, because anything in my DMs is spam. It's spamming,
Yeah,
or it's
like
like trying to
or an
catfish
app,
you. You know what I mean? It's
or
somebody
like
trying
one
to
of
do
those
something.
like,
Yeah, it's not.
you're
So you
so
don't even pay
beautiful. It's
attention
like,
to
where
that.
are you? And they're
Yeah.
in Nigeria. No shade to Nigerians. And I know we just had Danish deception, but I'm just saying,
Or anywhere, any day.
or
You could be in
anywhere.
Canada, you could be anywhere. Like it doesn't seem like anybody would take that seriously. So
Yeah.
that's what I mean by like this is not a. I don't even listen dating. I don't even like you to text me. I like a call. You don't. We're not having no full blown conversation texting. Like I'm not doing that.
And
So
Yvonne, you and I have also, I don't like a call. We talked yesterday, and I was like,
look, I had to preface just a little, a little insight to me and Keyoka's relationship. I be calling her. She gets nervous. I mean, she likes to text. I don't like to text. No. I want to talk to you. Let's get this over with. And we're both writers. Like I write all day. I don't want to be texting. I don't want to be writing as a
that's
full blown conversation. So that's
that
what I mean by this seems like, something like a book for millennials or lower, not lower, or what Gen Z,
younger.
younger, because that's what they do. So that part was a tad bit getting on my nerve, but okay.
Yes. Hi, Matthew. I see you. Hello, whoever that is. Lisa says, I only have Facebook and YouTube for social. No one has ever hit up my DMs, and I'm fine with that. # older millennial.
Yes.
Cause but realistically, if somebody hits you up in your DMs and like, so that's one, they hit you up in your DMs, you never met in person. And then two, y'all don't even live in the same state, the same city, the same country. It's like, how viable is this as a romantic option? So
Yes.
already the pretense of the story, I was kind of like, girl, this is a
So
little.
that was the stretch for me. Like that was the Delulu part. Like she kept. We'll get into it later, but she kept saying her relationship. I'm like, this is not, ma'am. You're not in a relationship. What are you talking about? Like, this is not a relationship. But okay.
I listen, you know, they say Delulu becomes true Lulu, okay? So you manifest. You manifest. She was interested in the guy. So, okay. So,
I can see being interested. Like, you know, you see somebody, you be like, oh, he cute. You interested. And maybe starting it off in the DMs, but then you want to talk. Then it's all the way to the WhatsApp. And then it's like, of course, video call. Okay, but we'll get into that later too.
I don't know what's going on in my comment section. So yeah.
Matthew, let's talk to Matt. Matthew, will you do you get into girls' DMs? Is that how you reach out to people?
Are you sliding into, is that a thing? I also, I don't know, because I think I'm a millennial, but I'm also like not online. Like, obviously we're on my YouTube channel, but I'm not online like that. So it's like, I don't know if people are sliding into DMs realistically for like romance, and not just like, I don't know, connection. Hi, Abstract Voice Podcast. How are you? I think I'm getting a lot of new viewers. So okay, let's get into her relationship with Ruben. Or I don't know, do you want to talk about her friendships first?
I want to do the friendships first. Let's do the friendships first.
Okay, so we have Anini and John. Yeah. So what do you think about the dynamic between Thames and Jean? Because they started off kind of as lovers, ?
Kind of friends with benefits.
Friends with benefits, and then it grew into like a pretty solid friendship. Like, he had her back. The opening scene is her going to the hospital for him.
For the craziest. First of all, that's what I mean, like rom-com movie. Like this, I can, as I read, like, this is a movie. This is a rom-com.
No, but that's a real, like, I know. So I had a few dates with an ER doctor, and he told me that probably one of the most frequent things that happens is people will come into the ER with something stuck up their booty hole. He said that's very, very, very common. Like, he's like, every night I have at least one.
Not one every night.
Yes.
Not one every night.
Yes. If any medical professionals are watching this in the replay, drop down in the comment section. How often?
How common is this?
How common is that for you to have somebody that then got something stuck up their hoo-ha? And watch and see. I've heard this is,
and look, I'm sure like a lot of her stuff, Stephanie's Yeboah, like I looked on her Instagram, so a lot like the clothing. She's apparently, you know, she's obviously an influencer as well. So a lot of this, I think the ideas for this book came out of real life situations. So I'm interested. Like, I think this is probably somebody she knew. This is an actual event. It seemed like
it had to have been.
She was like, let's just in the intro. Yes. But back to their relationship. I think he was a solid friend. He had her back at it, and he was a friend. Like, he told her the truth while also supporting her. You know what I mean? Like, he was, once she came forward and told him what was going on and what she did, he didn't lie. He didn't, he didn't enable her. He said, he basically said that was messed up, but he didn't judge her too much in the instance. So
yeah.
Hey, lady. Hey, Keisha.
everybody, we are talking about Chaotic Energy, our book read for this month by Stephanie Yeboah. I think John was like a solid friend. I think, but I also don't know if I don't know, like sometimes I hear what other people are doing and I wonder how everyone got so mature. Like, how do you go from sleeping with somebody, even though he's probably like bi, how do you go from sleeping with somebody to y'all become friends and
No,
then
one
you
of my friends is one of my exes. One of my besties, or one of my I'm two of my exes are my besties, my male besties, because I'm grown. But but that's how if you start off as friends, or if you are really friends while you're in a relationship, after post breakup it was a while, but eventually we came back, and those are like two of my ex boyfriends are my besties. Yeah, it can happen.
I
Now,
mean, I
about
see
being
it.
bisexual, the bisexual part, I think that's a what Gen Z and millennial thing. But I don't have no problem, whatever. I think they were really friends.
They were
And
really,
if she didn't have him, she would have had no friends,
yeah. Because
basically.
I also think, I don't know if it was, there were a lot of things going on. So there was that Tim's is Ghanaian British. So and she's described as being darker skinned.
Mm-hmm.
Her friend Anini was lighter skinned. And
But
there
she
was
was
that,
also, yeah, they were best friends because of their moms were they neighbors and best friends.
yeah. And then I think the other girl who came up, who was her coworker.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember
Claudia.
what.
Claudia.
Oh, I think so. Maybe she's like Latin. I think she was like Latin or something, not white.
No,
But
she was a she no she was a she was black, because when they got the promotion, she was like, we're the only minorities here. Oh, she said minorities. No, I think she said black people, but I think that she was some sort of whatever. But she was like, we were the only two, and we're both promoted. She did
mm.
distinction.
But
Yeah.
there was that. There was like the dynamic between like women of different skin tones, but then also with Tim's and the way she related to men. So like with John, it was in a friendship capacity, but then like there was that white guy who was like fetishizing her, and then obviously the main relationship with Ruben. So it was just a lot of like, what I will say is I appreciate that there's all these complex dynamics in the way that the characters related to each other.
Mm-hmm. And the way and that she added them, yeah, we have confirmation that Claudia was black too. Yeah.
Oh, okay, okay. But I
Mm-hmm.
think it's interesting that one of her strongest friendships is with a man who I don't even want to like define his sexuality for him because I don't think he ever like made a
He did
statement about
say it. He said
it.
it.
But
He said bisexual.
he said bisexual. So like one of
Mm-hmm.
her closest friends was a bisexual man and not like another black woman who
Yeah.
you would think that like in a situation where you're in a predominantly white space like a London is you would find
For
partners
being together. Yeah.
for black women to be together. So I thought that was interesting.
Yeah, I did. And but too is because of her personality too. She didn't have many friends because of her upbringing, her issues. Um and then he was her close personal friend since she was a child.
Yeah.
So, she didn't really branch out to gain more friendships. But yeah, I did appreciate that they made John her bestie, and that he was there solid throughout, and that he didn't mask who he was, right? From the
Yeah.
beginning.
He
Yeah.
was the only one really.
Yeah. Yes.
Well, I think Ruben also never portrayed to be
Oh
anything.
yeah. I mean, but on her on the in London, on her
Yeah.
side of the pond. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Um But my question about the friendship thing, because we've read, we are a year in to this book club, and we've read other millennial authors who have this best friend thing with the women, like it's catty, like the best friend, the very best friend, is not really a friend. So my question is this a thing? Because all through my life, I've had great friendship circles. But it seems like this is always the dynamic with younger writers, like their best friend, not always, but the ones we've read so far, their best friend are superficial, jealous, and kind of haters. Like, is this a thing?
Yvonne, you went to HBCU.
Yeah. I went to Clark. Yeah. But even before that, my high school, like my girlfriend, my childhood friends, my high school friends, like we didn't get down like that. So
I think a lot of things are happening. I think with the introduction of social media, people are having trouble connecting because we're always in our phones. We're always in our phones, either on social media or we're like texting. I think it's hard to find. It is hard to, yeah. So yeah, to Lisa's point, it's hard to find other girlfriends, especially with low self-esteem, especially in majority white spaces, white areas. Not beggars can't be choosers. As for a ninny, that was a whole mess. And I told this to Yvonne. I had an ninny in my life. Okay. And I think it's a common thing amongst women, even like talking about exes being friends. It's sometimes it is easier being friends with men or people who you aren't in competition with, because whether or not you're in competition, the other person might be in competition with you. So it's like if I'm in a space and there's all dudes around, I know that I don't have to like pretend and do like the girl Olympics in that space, and I could just be myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I could just be myself and have a nice time. Whereas like sometimes with women, it's almost like we categorize ourselves, like how Tim's immediately said, like, I'm going into, not, she didn't say this, but this was the implication that like you go into a place, you're fat, you're dark skinned, people come into the room with assumptions about you. And I think as a woman, we all kind of have an idea of what the assumptions about us are going to be, and that it affects how we interact with one another.
That's true. But I think even like with Tim's, because she will always, once we get into her dynamic with Anini, she would say things about Anini being jealous of her and Anini not, but a lot of that stuff that she was projecting onto Anini was came out of her low self-esteem, right? Like not for her to take accountability of her being her friend, but yeah, you know what I mean? Like, why did it take this long for you to realize this girl wasn't your friend?
Yeah.
Why are
Because
you?
from the first scene, from that first meetup where she did well at work and she invited Anini and John out
Yes,
for
it was
drinks.
obvious.
It was really obvious because she didn't want to talk about your accomplishments. She was in her phone texting, and then the only time she wanted to talk was to brag about some guy she was dating, or like I think she had gotten like a purse. She got some piece of clothing
Right.
that she wanted that was like designer. So it's like very clearly to me, I was like, oh, so she not your friend.
Right. But with y'all are 30 years in this friendship, and
Right.
John already telling us that this girl's not your friend. He got a problem with her. But why were you her low self-esteem, you're holding on to this friendship because your low self-esteem is saying what, that you need this person as your friend, but why? Right. So, eventually she worked that out, but like her need to be around her came from what? You know what I mean? Like her need to be around her.
I think validation, because it's like not only did she want her to, like, every time she did something, she accomplished something, she almost brought it to a ninny for approval. That's what it felt like to me. It wasn't just like, oh, I'm celebrating this. It was, I have to show
that I'm good, just as good as you, or
yeah. And then I wonder too, like, if it is it you want this person to be part of your friend circle, so she elevates the whole group. Like, is that what it is?
Yes. Like, do you need her? Is your idea? That's what I was getting at. Like, you see her as pretty because you keep making this comparison. And then it never came out her mouth until she got mad, but you keep making this comparison that she's lighter skin and this and the other. Like you think that you need her around to better you. Is what I kept reading. Like, okay, well then, if you're so self-confident and you know you got it, why are you keeping her around? And it's because of that, the validation part, and because you think having her around makes you look better or makes your situation feel better. Is how I kept reading it.
And I also think that bit about self-confidence, because the author has said that she wanted to center a confident, fat, dark-skinned Black woman as the protagonist, as a romantic lead, and she was intentional about it, because often though that type of woman doesn't get the spotlight. I totally understand that, but do we think she created a confident Black woman? Because I would say,
I think I like like when you said, what do we think about the book? I like the fact that that's what this was. But when you read the introduction, like when you read the blurb, I'm thinking, okay, I'm gonna like this because we don't get that, right? But then we go into her lying, her creating a whole situation. If she was confident, she wouldn't have did it, right? I would more enjoy a story about her actual dating life, being who she is and confident in who she is, as opposed to catfishing and using the pretty girl who she thought was pretty, the pretty light-skinned and half girl, as her face for Ruben.
Yeah. Lisa says, yes, Anina was the pretty friend she needed around, kind of like a Regina George. Jean was like a Janice, Regina's antagonist. Yeah. And she also says, I've seen childhood friendships like a Denise. I know. Why did we do this? Why do we do this?
In competition with one another. Keep it up. I can see. Being performative, hence why Tim's was good friends with Jean. Sadly, I've seen childhood friends. Okay.
Why do we do this? But I also, you know what? I think she was a flawed character, but it made me wonder if this idea of confidence is even real.
It's a bravado.
Right. Like, but in general, is confidence a bravado? Is confidence just an act?
Well, I think some people are really confident, right? But I think most people are putting up a front, or putting up the bravado, or putting on their best face and say, I got this. But, you know, self-doubt is always there.
Yeah.
Hers just went deeper. But because every time she would say, oh, I'm a boss bitch, I'm this, that, and the other, her actions never showed that.
Like, well, because she was always seeking validation. Like, it's not, I think that's the issue I have with it. Because it's like, you can say, yeah, I'm a boss, but then it's like you're waiting for the applause.
Yeah.
And it's like, you're doing phenomenal at work. You got a promotion. You're like, there was even that scene with the white guy when he, like, I think she threw up on him, and he.
Yes.
At first, okay, in the beginning, I was like, oh my God, this is it. He's going to be the guy. Like, I thought, you know, I think it's because I'm a writer too, so I'm always trying to like outplot.
And he stood, I mean, he kept, you know, I think she brought him in the character for the fetish part. But
I wish she had.
But he seemed like you threw up on her. I mean, you threw up on a man. Then you called him somebody else's name. He was still willing to come,
He was still
about you. And with whatever your, insecurities are, he didn't seem to give a F about your insecurities. Like he didn't. So that's me too. I was like, oh, I'm thinking that she's after Ruben, but eventually this is going to be the guy too.
That's what I thought, because Ruben seemed like it was unrealistic, impractical.
Yes.
Just based off of his location.
Yes.
But this guy
was dream, like you're chasing the dream, Morris Chestnut looking guy.
Yeah, and it was like you're chasing the dream, but in reality, you also have a very attractive guy who is interested in you in real life and
Yes,
is
because stop calling him
pursuing
Jason
you.
Momoa lookalike and you not giving this guy a chance. What are you talking about?
Period. I'm like,
And
is
he's
this?
in your face and he's texting you and he knows what you look like. Ma'am, stop it.
So then when she made him have that fetish, I was like, gross. Why do we do? Why? Can we just give him like let him be a solid contender
Yes.
without throwing this fetish bit in? Because
Yes.
like we know, not just fat black women, we know that all black women are fetishized. We know that. But the reality is we are also all desirable. So it's like there are men who are attracted to you no matter what size you are, child, no matter what shape, no matter what like color, like they don't care. Men actually don't care.
He didn't care. What's his
He
name?
didn't care.
Tom. I no, that man did not care.
That man did not care. He was coming back for seconds and
Every
thirds.
time she was forcing the fetishizing thing on him, it seemed to me. Because every time she kept saying it, I was like, I was just imagining him. If a black man said it, it wouldn't be fetishizing. Because the only thing he kept saying was chocolate. We call each other chocolate. She used chocolate as a description in the damn book. Like you're using chocolate. So, okay, is this the same thing as we can say in the N word, but they can't say it? That was the only part of the fetishizing thing she kept putting on him. I was like, okay, I get it, but you are chocolate. You're chocolate. The man like chocolate.
We don't do that. We don't do that anymore. It's not socially acceptable. That's why it's a problem.
That's why it's a problem.
That's why it's a problem.
But had Ruben kept calling her now, she would have been okay with it. But I digress.
She would have been okay with anything Ruben would. Honestly, and this is why I think they should have got a male narrator, because I didn't get the obsession with Ruben from the beginning. Like I never fell for Ruben like I was intended to because of the narration. So maybe if I had read the physical book, I would have gotten into it more. But even like when I was listening to their text exchange, I'm like, he basic. You leading the conversation. You're interesting.
You're basic. And she kept the fall in love part from this basic conversation.
I know, but sometimes it's like that.
If you like him and if he can see you, it's the physical presence for me, right? So even if he is across the pond, but it would have to be, first of all, I have to hear your voice, and I have to see you. I have to see you at some point.
Yeah, Lisa says, I can't put my finger on it, but the guy texting her did feel fetishy. I think she just liked Ruben's IG photos. He felt fetishy to me, but I don't remember why. There was a clear moment where I was like, ew, gross, block. But I don't remember why. But I also think that, like, to Lisa's point, she was already attracted to Ruben, so it really wouldn't have mattered who was
whatever he did, right?
Because she was already fully in her delusion, and I've been there, and that's why I relate to my good sis. We all listen. You see a few IG photos, the light is hitting, the muscles are muscling. She called that man a bear. Okay, we love a bear. I always say I like a juice box. I bet Ruben was full juice box form.
Yes.
So she was like, if I could get that, like if that, but I think that's where the problem comes, because it's all a lie. Like she messed up when she sent that photo of that other girl.
And she kept saying it was repetitive. She kept saying, like, this is the guy we always wanted, we dreamed of, the Mauritius. She said Mauritius like 3 times. Kind of guy that we get it, but those are famous people. I mean, those are, it's just like, at some point your delusion has got to be grounded at some point, and hers just never was.
That's
like,
it.
She just kept going. She just kept going. Ain't no way. There's no way that guy, because if he's that fine, like I think in chapter 39 or something, that's when he wanted the video call, right? She was talking about her phone is broke, and
that was killing me.
There is no way in the world that a that good looking of a guy is going to carry on this inbox relationship without wanting to see you.
He did for a long time though. I was surprised by that.
Surprised because it's the and it's fiction. I get it. And your what is it? What's the word? What's the phrase? Your suspension of belief, right? Is supposed to be, stretched a little bit, but that was a Grand Canyon leap. Like a good looking man is going to want to see you immediately before he starts spilling his heart out and telling you his business and all that. And in the year of our Lord of 20 and 24, I'm guessing when this was written, they are not immediately they're gonna be like, this is girl's fake. This is a fake account.
Yeah.
Immediately.
Yeah.
He's gonna be thinking
we are the generation, like Catfish came out
yes
in what, like 2002. Like we have been investigators for at least 10 years. Like
exactly.
You mean to tell me you didn't think to put the photos into Google and do a reverse image search?
Exactly.
We doing background checks on people.
This is not 1998.
Gone back years. I would have gone back years on your profile and see who your friends were, find their accounts, see where if you're tagged on any of their I would have
this is normal. This is normal behavior. So the fact that he is just this fine, he can sing, this, that, and the other, all this stuff, and he's thinking this girl is real, and he has not physically seen her on the phone
immediately. And especially if you're texting somebody and the chemistry is good, listen, a man will out of nowhere video call you.
Yes.
In 2025, yes. If you're texting and y'all like the conversation, a man will video call you. If he's attracted to you,
yes,
he's gonna out of nowhere
on the second like, hello, because you be annoyed. Like, nigga, anybody you need to tell me you calling me video call. Yes, that part.
Oh, please.
That part is like,
I think that's the problem. A man, it's not believable.
Yes. Okay, so now that we got that out of the way, okay, because I was like, I know I'm not crazy. I know I'm not this far out the game. I know this is not happening. This is not a real life thing. Okay.
But not the wait. Lisa said, there's no way I would have lasted more than one convo online without a video chat. But some young millennials and Gen Z are very anti-talking with voices. I work with several of them.
Oh, wow. So see, okay, so that's what we need some young people in this chat, because that's what I needed to. That's what I said. Like, is this a thing? Do people do this?
Elisa said, y'all are giving me the new dating game out the loop. Listen, we're stalkers online. Absolutely. There are serial killers.
You're doing yes, you are doing a full-blown background check. What? Yes.
What?
Yeah, me too. Yeah, he did. But there are some. So that's the part that was kind of believable. There are some, especially like men, they don't really have good friendships like that. So if you start a conversation with somebody, some men don't have other men to talk to like that. So I can see that part was kind of genuine in how he would, but still he would want to see her. But if the conversation is good, somebody, y'all relating on plants, he likes plants, I can see how that was organic and how that started out. So that was believable. Yeah.
Yeah, and they vibing and stuff. I did feel like she was trying too hard a little bit in the conversation. Like, I was like, you don't have to be so affirmative. Like, listen, make the man work for your approval. Yeah. Why are you like, oh my God, you did such a great job, babe? Like, there were some times where I was like, if you don't stand up, stand up, like, you have to. But I'm also of the camp.
Down. You don't calm down.
Calm down.
she needed John to be her coach. Like, calm the fuck down when you talk.
I feel like she should have brought Jean in much earlier.
Yes.
She needed assistance.
Yeah, she did. But again, we're saying all this, but it was because, I guess we should get into her like insecurities now, but like it was because she really had. So again, going back to the part about what I thought this book was going to be about. Dating as a full figure woman, dark skin, her, because the photo was of Stephanie was beautiful. She's gorgeous, right? I would really love to see how that dynamic played out in real dating scenarios where she wasn't hiding herself, right? Because I think there's still the issues of fat phobia that could have been dealt with. Her low self-esteem and her comparison to, slender, lighter women could still have been done, but I really would have loved to see that dynamic play out in regular relationships.
We needed her in the field.
Yeah.
Because I know you have a rotation. I
Yeah.
know you.
Yes.
I wanted to see you going on date after date after date and there's no way. And obviously, I've been out the game for a while, okay? But when I was in the game, when I was in the field, you have the one that you like to sleep with. You have the one that takes you out on nice dates. Then you have a few other waiting on the bench. I would have loved to see
her juggling that.
And you're young and you're successful.
As yourself, as your full self.
In the real world.
Yeah.
Because that's completely possible, especially in a place like London, where there's like a huge single population.
And it's really multicultural. Yeah.
Yes. You could have been dating not just Jason Momoa. You could have had every flavor in the ice cream shop.
Yes.
That's also chaotic energy.
Yes. Please. If somebody is watching this, please get on that book right now. Get on that book right now.
We want to see the girls outside. We want to see the girls dating. Okay.
Yes. The full figure, big body, whatever you call yourself. Yes, I would have loved to read something because that was needed. And that's why we picked this book, because I thought we were going to get more into that. Or experience that more, as opposed to just the mental side of her comparing herself to other women via Instagram or in real life.
Yeah. But I mean, I will say that aspect of it makes this book very timely, because I do think in social media times, like that's something that a lot of millennials deal with. You have it's almost like social media lets the people who are outside of our house into the house. It's like we open in the door. Right. So like all your insecurities are right in front of your face. All your like, I don't know, like, but also are people really catfishing like that still in 2025? I'm not sure.
I've had some attempts, but from men. But catfishes have been so exposed now, you would think people would pick up on it. So, I don't think so, unless it's like elders getting catfish for money to take their fortunes away or their, savings away. You don't hear about it much. But yeah, I'm assuming when she thought about this premise too, it was, takes a while to write the book, takes a while to get out. So it's probably like maybe at least 5 years before now, 2020.
Oh, yeah. And then we also don't know what the publishing is like over there. Like, were the editors really, did they have their hands in the pot?
Right.
Moving things around, telling her to add things in.
Right. But dating life now, like dating life in 2025, right? So I'm thinking, because now we're off dating sites, because people have done that, seeing that they're not, either they are effective for you or most of the time they're not. So what is the dating scene like? Like, is this a thing? Do people start dating on Instagram and TikTok? Like, is that a thing now? Do y'all do that?
Yeah, I mean, they have people who I've seen couples form on TikTok. Like I've seen TikTok couples where it's like, oh, we met in the comment section and then such and such drove to see me and now we're together. Like I've seen that happen on TikTok, but I feel like um I haven't done none of that. I be inside. I be inside. But
Oh,
what do you think about her and Ruben's actual relationship? So like when they saw each other in person in California.
I mean, she ruined it. I mean, because when they saw each other, it wasn't it was in his mind, it wasn't a relationship. It was a relationship in her mind because she had the aloe part, right? In
Yeah.
this mind, she had her aloe story, their relationship as aloe and Ruben in her mind. So she's sitting down and she's seeing a relationship, but it wasn't. He said later that he felt attracted to her when they met, but he had just first of all, first of all, when she got there and he's like, "Oh, I'm glad you made." I'm like, "I'm glad you made it." Now, how do you start off with "I'm glad you made it" and I'm glad, good to see you" or whatever he said, as opposed to "What are you doing here?" Like, how did you? What
Right.
you were in? You were what? How are you here? So
Why?
that wasn't suspicious.
He first of all, he's the kind of man somebody gonna rob him one day because
Cause sir, what? I'm like, what are you talking about?
when I tell if the roles were reversed, I would have been calling the police.
Yes. Like I can't read in this book. I'm like, all right, if this was a man, I already told you this, but if this was a man writing this book, it was ick all the way through. Like this was
Yeah.
you are certifiable crazy man. What are you doing? If this was a man and he has been talking about and he was a bigger size man and he had self-esteem issues or whatever, there would be no pass given. The
No.
hell are you doing? You're stalking this man. You're stalking this woman.
But
It's
you
a
know,
shocker.
men are okay. Men are okay with a little bit of crazy if they like you.
That was a lot of goddamn crazy.
That's what we learned from this. Okay.
A lot of crazy. You are, it was, ew, what are you doing? What are you doing? He should have called the police. Like, what are you doing? Oh my God.
Lisa said I would have been highly suspicious, unlike Ruben. However, guys don't have the same spidey senses as women. They do. They just don't care.
Or they just put it past, it just, I don't know. Their intuition is off. No.
Listen, a fat behind and a cute face. They don't care. They'll put their lives in danger. Okay.
Well, wait, it's another. When he took the picture, when she was stalking him outside his house, baby, that shit was so hilarious. But when he took the picture, and you did not, because in my mind, I'm like, oh, he about to post this, and then he's gonna see it, and she gonna blow up your spot. Like, if you know she's following him, and you know he just took the picture with you under the tree, he's going to put it on his thing. That was my first. I was like, oh, your spot is blown now because your spot is blown. And then he's gonna like up the picture. She's gonna see, is that this crazy bitch under the tree? Bitch, are you in San Francisco? What? And she's going to immediately DM that man and say, oh, do you know who that is?
100%. That's how we are because we have grown up in social media. So like we're zooming in.
Yes.
We're not.
Yes.
There's no way.
You're not on your P's and Q's. So yeah, she was fully out of her mind.
We're screenshotting. Like
yes. But if you know you're not, because now you know, and then because you had the whole blowout with her, talk about and unfollow Ruben because like that was your man. Like that was
but that was shady though. No, that was shady.
We're gonna get to that. But we're gonna get to her being shady. But ma'am, you just cussed a girl out. You just cussed her out. So of course she's gonna blow up your spot. Of course she's gonna do that. So, that was all. It was just all a lot. It was a lot to take.
It was chaotic.
It was chaotic based on your lie. Let's get to that. Okay. But yeah, we can break down her Anini was messy. That was terrible.
That was terrible. Oh my God, I've had a friend, my Sagittarius in my life actually followed a guy that I liked. Drama. Because why are you following him? It is weird. We don't do that. You know.
Okay, that's another thing. Like, I am so removed. I do have an Instagram, but I don't care who's following who. And I wouldn't even probably notice.
Wait, I'm gonna tell you my story. So I told her to follow him because I didn't want to follow him because I didn't want him to know that I was following him to look at his pictures. So I had her follow him, and I was like, "You follow him, and then we could look at his pictures because his account was private. This was years ago." But then I found out she was messaging him, and I was like,
"Oh,
wow,
wow." So that's what you mean, like you identify with this. Wow.
Yes. And she was like, "Oh, you don't need to talk to him anymore because I messaged him and he was responding back to me. He's trash." And I'm like, "Bitch, you trash. You should have been talking to him at all. Like, I'm gonna deal with him separately, but you're not following girl code. Why are you talking to this man?"
My mom is, oh my
yes.
God. What are you?
Yes.
Oh. That's crazy. Okay.
They're both blocked. But this is why I felt like this book is so millennial coded because
it is. Because ain't no way. Okay.
Because even that whole like if you have a friend, she should not unless you give permission.
I mean, that's girl code. That's girl code. Like if I'm talking to a dude on the phone and you did, that's not your friend, and you obviously start talking to him on the phone, then yes. So DMs equate as phone calls. Okay, I get it.
Yes, or yes. We'll say that yes.
Okay.
She blew up girl code 100%. Yeah. Like the ops that she is. Oh, it's my auntie. Hi, Chrissy.
Auntie.
It's my auntie. Yeah, she blew up girl code. Okay. And then it was down bad. Now, what I will say is Tim's should have come clean. And listen, if you're gonna cuss out a ninny, you have to come clean now.
With him, yes.
Yes. 2 seconds, you need to come clean because that's immediately where she's going. She's gonna make a beeline to the man that
you made it a big thing. Like, and you need to unfollow him, and you need to do that. At that point, you need to call Ruben and be like, "Listen, this is what's going on," because she was the first. How did that not happen? Because in the reveal, it was revealed that he reached out to Anini and she confirmed it. Baby, I just for sure thought Anini was going to be, oh, I'm immediately telling him.
I would have, listen, you gonna cuss me out?
About somebody you're not even in a relationship with?
About a man you don't know?
I'm blowing everything up. Yeah.
I'm gonna blow him up. Hello? This is Keyoka, the Awkward Black Nomad. Do you know?
Hello, and you follow her? Well, that is Tim's.
Let me tell you, that's actually my friend. I know her intimately. You want to see some pictures of us?
Yes, that's how it should have been written. Because baby, ain't no way she was such a hater and she didn't immediately blow your spot up.
Yeah, you gonna cuss me out? Absolutely, I'm blowing up your spot. Absolutely, I have nothing better to do.
No, she needed to cuss out. We get it, but baby, her Delulu level at that point was just hilarious. I was laughing all through this. Like, are you fucking kidding me?
It was such a fun book. Like, even that scene where she went to that spoken word thing to see Ruben perform, and I was like, "Oh, this is great. She's gonna come clean this night." No,
he kept lying.
She kept lying. The lie kept lying. Even though he was that night, like he said it himself. He was like, "I kept staring at you. I like had to get up because I was like, I'm drooling on the table," and like he's attracted to you. You could tell when somebody's attracted to you in person.
That's her. Maybe she didn't. Maybe she was so oblivious and so into her self-esteem that she don't know when people are into her. You know what I mean? So her self-deprecation is so deep that she doesn't realize when people really like her.
Which I hate that for her because I mean,
do.
she sounds beautiful. You know what I mean? Like the descriptions that they give, the fact that like, the people treat her so well, even like
And
when
God
she
keeps telling you, like, bitch, I'm a slap
yeah.
you. You are a fucking bombshell. Like he was telling her exactly what she was. Like you are the girl. You are that girl. You know what I mean? And she, but that's how self-esteem works. Even if that is the case, you can't intake it. You can't digest it. You can't really believe in it.
I don't know what's going on in my chat today. I don't know.
Okay.
But I do agree. I do agree. And I mean, I appreciate the author for showing that,
Yeah.
right? I do think there was some really real, I had a lot of moments where I was like self-reflecting when I was reading this, because it was like, oh, am I thinking about myself in a way that's contradicting the way
Right.
people tell me they see me? You know what
Right.
I mean? So it's
Right.
like maybe she did need to do some unpacking. Um, Something interesting that I thought about, and this was like towards the end when she started going to therapy, she said something that was strange to me about how like she has this need for control,
Mm-hmm.
like her needing to control how other people view her, and then her assuming that Ruben wouldn't be attracted to her, and then controlling the image that he saw. For
Mm-hmm.
me, that was a little bit of a mental gymnastics. But
Mm-hmm.
that was kind of what's being said here?
And why all of this to get to, like, why does it take you, why not cut to the quick, right? Like, what is it about your mind and how much that you don't love yourself that makes you take these leaps and this control? Like when she said, I think she could have left that out the letter though. When she was like, she still loves him and this and the other, but not out the letter, but when she was trying to explain herself to him, right?
Mm-hmm.
When he got mad and he when he called her out finally and was like, you what did she do? She emailed him as Tim's from Allah's account. So when that whole thing, the
Yeah.
climax, whole thing blowing up, she was she was victim blamed. Like she was trying to make herself the victim in it. What she was saying, well, you made me, because the people you follow, the girls who followed you, made me want to change my appearance. Like he didn't put that on you. He didn't. You inferred all of that. You didn't even ask him a question about what kind of women he liked. You assumed that you had to be this person for him to like you,
Yeah.
right? And you did that all on your own. Just like you said, the mental gymnastics, you did that all on your own based on your deep down not being secure with who you are. So for her to put that on him was unfair. And then when he apologized for that, I didn't like that at all because that has nothing, there was no apology from him needed.
Yeah, he didn't really do anything that
He
I
didn't do anything. And when he said that, I'm like, no,
no.
like, no, he never made you feel that. You made yourself feel that way. Based on, and I get it, you need to go therapy to work that out, but how you're controlling, you wanted him to like you, so you made yourself this whole other person based on control was kind of it was a roundabout for me. It was a roundabout, it was a stretch. I get what she was trying to say, but the pieces didn't connect for me.
I also, listening to this, I'm thinking like, damn, like how are millennials gonna be in relationship with each other? Cause like this is a lot. We be doing a lot. Like even my aunt said, so it's real chaotic energy in this book because that's a lot of steps. This is the kind of mental gymnastics that's
She created all of this though. She created her own chaos. She created it.
exactly. But I think we do that.
Okay, so because I was like, okay, I'm not a
We
big
do
fan.
that.
I'm like, I was trying to take what would make me go to not such extremes because I would never. But like, you know, in dating, you do have your own insecurities, right? I ain't got no ass, right? My ass is flat. You know, things that you think you could change about yourself that you would make you more appealing to the
Mm-hmm.
opposite sex, right? Um, so I try to think about, you know, my own insecurities as just being in the world, being a person, you know, whatever, dating and career wise, all of that. And how does it affect your day to day, right? So how does it affect your day to day? How you interact with people, regular people, not
Mm-hmm.
even relationship, but interact with friendships. Like how much does that? Because basically, this is the premise of the book. How much of your self identity, right? Who you think you are, how you think you move in the world, that makes your relationships change or stay. With Anini, for this part of her life, she stayed in this relationship because of that. With John, you know what I mean, he was affirming to her. With dating these people, all of that, you know, you take that into account when you're thinking about just self-reflection about my friendships, right? You know, who I wouldn't, I, if I see any haters in my circle immediately, but that's why, you know, I have a lot of girlfriends or girlfriend circles, but I'm good at discernment, right? And I guess I've always been, because I've never had no shady shit like that happen to me. But I think that comes from, and I'm not, you know, the most confident, whatever. I know bad bitch, this and the other, but I know how I'm valued and what my worth is as a friend, right? So as a friend, I'm not going to accept less than what I'm willing to give. That part. So all of these things, you know, I think that's what everybody can take away from the book. Like, you know, just evaluate, even if you're not a big girl, even if you're not a dark skinned girl, evaluate your relationships based on how you feel about yourself, you know what I mean? And make your life much easier to cut people off, to stay away from situations, and to not get yourself into things that you can't get out of.
Mm. I received that message.
Basically.
A lot of people are not good at discernment. I see it all the time.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. Lisa says exactly. He didn't do anything. I honestly think he was just trying to help her move on mentally. It reminded me of that scene in Insecure when that guy said Molly needed a win with the fake boyfriend.
I don't remember that scene, but yeah. But yeah. And like Ruben he took that on the chin. I would have, baby.
He really did. Like,
He took that
police.
on the chin. Yes. Police. And there is no
He
way.
was outside of his apartment.
We ain't even gonna talk about that ending because no, no, ma'am, no, ma'am. The ending should have been her seeking therapy
by herself.
Insane. Maybe a birthday party with your friends, but baby, ain't no way he would have rounded that corner. He is not rounding that corner. You are crazy.
You're actually crazy. But I wanted to bring up, there was this thing that went viral like a few months ago with this Pop the Balloon episode. And so like it was a woman who was like full figured, and there was this like kind of gym bodied looking dude, and she popped her balloon. All like a bunch of the women popped their balloons, and so the host asked, why did you pop? And she was like, oh, I don't think he'd be interested in me. I don't like, he probably doesn't like a woman that looks like me.
But you made that yourself.
Yeah. And then the host asked him, well, what do you think? Like, are you attracted to her? And he was like, oh yeah, actually.
See?
I am attracted to her. Yeah. She's the kind of girl I go for. But it's like you count yourself out because of your insecurities instead of like just going after love. I mean, especially because
or just being open
to the experience. And I think also because there's that, I expected to read a book about a confident woman. So like I understand that confidence could be something that we're all working towards, and we are all at different stages of it. But like, let's just be open to the experience. Like I wanted to read a book about her getting loved on. Yes. Not being like, it just felt like a lot of mental gymnastics.
Mm-hmm. Her being loved on, and maybe, you know, self-doubt plays all of that. Like Feel we could have did the self-doubt. We should have could have did the insecure feelings. We could have maybe they broke up and then she fit. Then that's when it came into the play. Oh, he doesn't like my body, all of that. But yeah, she counted herself out from the beginning, and then you cut yourself off from the authentic experience to get this fake experience.
Yeah.
That feeds into the fake experience, feeds into your insecurities. It fed into your insecurities because now you can't, none of this is believable. And now you can't reveal yourself because you didn't, you know what I mean? Like you fed him this lie, and now you got to keep doing this lie. But at each step, you're like, oh, I'm still not pretty enough. I'm still not this and the other. I'm still not this and the other. So it didn't help anything. It just buried you in more insecurity.
Yeah.
Basically, is what it is.
But then how do you, so then it brings the question up. So like, obviously this is a fake book, and the relationship with Ruben ended up becoming something that happened in real life. But looking at, I mean, she did look at the people that he was liking online, right? She did look at the people who were getting, and I think also, even when she was talking to him as Aloe, they were kind of developing, like they had already said the I love yous, mind you, no video call.
She said it.
Well, she said it, and then he said, well, yeah, she said it first.
I started to like you a lot.
Can you love I don't know if you could love somebody without talking to them or seeing them in person. I don't know if you could fall in love without seeing somebody in person.
I think hers was really infatuation. Deep infatuation, and then it got deeper once she made the connection. I mean, but it's a book. It's a rom-com. It's a rom-com. So that's what I keep saying. It's a book. It's a rom-com. It's not real life. It was just a stretch. It was a real stretch. That part was a real stretch. But your point was what?
I forgot. Because then I started reading Lisa's comment. I remember that Pop the Balloon episode. I read a book about confidence that said, let them tell you no, don't rule yourself out.
Yes.
This counts for jobs and relationship. Lisa, drop the book link. Like, put the book in the chat when you find it.
That part. Let them say no.
Let them say no. And also, I was watching a Mel Robbins episode with this guy. I can't remember his name. And he was telling her, like, instead of saying let them, F them. Like, just be like, F them. The people who, I'm going to send you the clip because he was so serious about it. He's like, the people who reject you, the people who doubt you, the people who doubt you out, instead of like saying let them, F them. And let them become your fuel, okay? F every person that told me no and rejected me. F them.
Oh my God.
It was good. Okay, is there anything we haven't talked about? We feel like we talked a lot about the basic. Like, I'm looking at my note.
Her the insecurity part, the fetishizing part, the friendships. I think we covered it. The actual relationship, was it a relationship? Was it not? I just want to say again, I think it should have ended on her in therapy, because towards the end, she starts talking about what she gained from therapy, confidence, accountability, and all of this. What she said, confidence, accountability, self-assurance, or something like that. But I'm like, we didn't even see her go through that. Like she stated. She talked about her first therapy session. And then she said she gained all of this. And I'm like, no, we need to see you go through these steps, because this was a lot crazy.
You brought us with you.
Yes, you brought us through this. This was a lot of cray, ma'am. I needed to see a full-blown like turnaround, or at least I needed to see more therapy and less of her and Ruben in a relationship or getting back together, because that is not no.
That's also not realistic.
No, ma'am. They could have been friends. I think it should have. Whatever. I'm done, prophesizing what book should have did. But it would have been better her last letter to him, and maybe a response like, okay, we cool. But them being in the shower together, come on. No.
The end of the book should have been her letter to him.
Yes.
That should have, and then it should.
That was it, because that's all we need. We just need you to be
We don't need a
accountable.
reply.
Yeah, we need you to be accountable. We need to say what you did. We need to see you in therapy, and that's it. Because that's the story. The story is your self journey to your self growth, your self development. That's the story, not you getting with Ruben. You ruined it. You ruined it. It's ruined. You lied.
Well, we don't. Well, whatever is for you is for you.
She stalked him. It's over. You catfished a person. There is no way you can catfish somebody and they want to be in relationship with you. Lies. You understand what I'm telling you? Lies. No.
It's true.
It should have ended her being in therapy and her the letter to apologize to him. Boom. Great. We see your self growth. You're gonna go on to live a great life, but not with that man. No, you're not.
No, because and I think also this is like a romance thing, but like we don't always
need it in the rom-com. You don't always need to end up with the man or the girl or whoever.
But that ending was not for everyone. Listen, some of the girls want her to end up with the man.
Who in this chat? Who in this chat? She needed to be deserving of a person to end up with. Child, ain't no way.
There are people who are less sane than I. and they have
romance people who read books for romance. They wanted her to get with him. I get it.
I will agree. I enjoyed the book, but yeah, I would have loved her just focusing on herself, like realizing, oh, there's some things I need to work out, and I need to do. That's a solo journey.
Before I get in a relationship.
Before I get into a relationship, because I do think
you weren't. Maybe 2 fast sessions with that therapist was not. You was not ready. You were not ready.
Not counting the sessions.
You were not. You need like 2 years of therapy before you in a relationship with somebody.
Well, and then just to take a break. Like sometimes I think too, as millennials, we do need to just like take breaks from social media, take breaks from like dating and relationships, just to like go inward and figure out like, okay, if you've identified that you have certain issues, why don't you just try to work through those issues by yourself without the comparison, without seeking external validation. I would have just loved the ending that showed her on a journey to do those things.
Yes.
Even if she did get the promotion and went to San Francisco, or San Diego, whatever.
Yes.
We didn't need all of that.
Let's think. Let's just leave some things to the imagination, right? She's there in San Francisco. Even the romance people can put that together. Do you want them to be together in the future? We ain't got to see it in the book. We ain't got to see it in the book.
Book 2. Y'all could have given us that. Book 2, sis.
Yes.
But I do see Tim's thotting it out in the streets. I don't really want to, like, okay, I took some time for myself and I learned some confidence and I'm back out in the streets. That's what we want to see. Okay, Tim's go girl. Tim's the city girl. That's what we want to see.
What's the Netflix series? What is it called, y'all? With the cute girl. God damn it! What is it called? I mean, I'm sorry.
What is it about?
The full body girl getting her shit on, like her dating life.
Not with what's her name?
Who?
I don't remember. I think I know what you're talking about, but I don't remember.
Somebody in the chat know what it is.
Too many serial monogamists with no breaks. They don't know themselves. So how are people supposed to know them?
Period. In 1 or 2 sessions, she did not work all that out. But again, it was enjoyable. I think I would have liked it more reading it, and in book form. It was cute.
So you're gonna buy the paperback when it comes out, or the hardcover when they have a U.S. release? You're gonna repurchase the.
No, as a gift, maybe.
Okay.
Maybe.
Who is this book great for? Who would this book be ideal for?
Gen Z millennials. Generation X is not, baby. They're gonna put this down. I'm sorry, they're gonna put this all the way down. They are not. We not doing this.
Oh, Survival of the Thickest.
Yes, I knew.
No, that's a really good show.
Yes, that's what I. Yes, that's what I thought we was gonna be reading something like that. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah.
That's a really good show.
Yeah, I love
That's
it.
what I wanted. Like, cause
I want you to be confident for real, but
right.
with some type of self doubt along the way, like we all have. You know what I mean? Insecurities, like we all have, but not. Yeah, just you in this world as a big woman, big body, getting love, maybe getting love from this person, but not getting it from this person. That's normal. Yeah.
But I think also taking into consideration the fact that this probably was written maybe 5 years ago.
Yeah. And
it's just getting published today. Because I
right.
do think we are past this. We're past thinking that full-bodied Black women are undesirable.
Yes.
We've moved past that era.
It's just like when Napoli Ever After came out in movie form, but we were already past that. You know what I mean? It was good as in book for those many years, but then we had moved past that age where it was still an issue, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I have to
I won't say no. Let me write that back. I'm sure it is. I'm sure dating as a full figure woman is still an issue, but not from a woman to woman perspective.
I was just about to say the same thing. And I also don't want to like discredit any other person's experience. There are conversations about desirability and anti-Blackness and all these other things. There's a great book called Belly of the Beast by Deshaun Harrison, and it talks about the politics of fatness and anti-Blackness.
Yes.
Everyone should read that book. So but the reason why I'm saying this is because the book that we read doesn't handle the complexities of these identities in a way that we need to add that nuance to it, if that makes sense. Like this was kind of like a surface level, like we did have instances of fat phobia, but I don't feel like she really
delved into that a lot. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like there was a situation on the train where a guy sat next to her.
Right.
And she had almost like a
she had cut him out because he said, what did he say? Lose some weight. He said out his mouth, lose some weight or something like that. Mm-hmm.
And there's even right now, there's that Kimora Lee Simmons has Life in the Fab Lane again. Mm-hmm. And there's a clip going around that's viral now of her daughters, Ming Lee and Aoki Lee. Ming tells Aoki that she looks healthy. Aoki takes that as a diss.
Like
so like and mind you, they both like rail thin, right? They're both bones. So we are having conversations. So when we talk about like we're past thinking that, not everybody, like I understand that this is
right.
We have issues in the community and society.
And actually, I would have liked it to be that would be more. We have gotten to that more in the book, like in more instances, so that we could actually dissect that. But it really wasn't delved into. And it may have played a part of her insecurities, but those connections weren't made really well throughout the narration, throughout the plot points.
It felt like she was mainly focusing on like colorism, because even the girl she chose to be her catfish, but she was thin, yes, but she was also like, I think light-skinned or about.
She was
yeah, so it was like the focus was more on race more so than size.
She made comparisons, yes.
Yeah.
So
if
you like rom-com, you'll like this book. If you're a millennial, you'll like this book. I'm gonna say it's a Gen X or a boomer, you're not gonna like this book. You're not gonna like
this book. This was a fun read. This was a key, and I feel like we've had some serious reads this year.
We need it. Yeah, we needed it.
And next month, oh my God, next month is next year. So we are reading
Zeal.
I was looking for the author. I don't remember who the author is. Zeal by Morgan Jerkins.
Mm-hmm. That's gonna
next
be January.
in January. I have been hearing about this book since the ladies I went to Ghana with said that she loved this book.
Okay.
And she is I'm gonna put her Instagram in the chat because she does like these sort of like wine. Oh, maybe I should ask her to come to the book club. But she's cooler than us, so I don't know if she,
She has a life. She has a
I don't
life.
know if she want to do it. I don't know if she's one of these, talking about people who has a platform. But her name is Jamise Harper.
Okay.
And this is her Instagram. I'll put it in the chat, guys, if you're interested.
Thank you for the suggestion.
Yes, thank you for the suggestion. Hope maybe you'll come on to the channel and talk about it with us. We'll see if I can reach out to her and see what she says. But yeah, so that's our next read. I'll put it in the Facebook group and I'll announce it on the YouTube
And
page.
this one was suggested by Lisa, who has been in the chat with us all afternoon. So thank you for the suggestion, Lisa. We appreciate you.
Yeah, we appreciate you. I always appreciate Lisa. Or no, the millennials do like, I can't do it. No, the Gen Zers. I think this is how a Gen Z makes a heart. I can't do it. Or is it?
Baby, I don't know. I don't even know what you talk about. What you talking about?
I don't know. I'm old now. I can't.
Oh.
Well, that's all I got.
Us.
Thanks for joining us, guys.
We appreciate it. Happy holidays. We hope that your 2025 has been awesome. Mine has been crazy.
2025 has been dragging the people through it, child. People are excited for 2026 because 2025 barely left us with our edges. We are bald.
We are bald, and I'm crippled. I broke my ankle. I broke my ankle 2 days ago. Yes. So
I wanted her to roll onto the camera, but she didn't do it.
No, I'm not doing that. Y'all see my wheelchair though. See my wheelchair. I am rolling and hobbling into 2026.
We are bald and we are cold.
Mm-hmm.
Not rolling in. You said I'm rolling into 2026.
Bye. Goodbye, good people. We will see you on the other side. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.